Hello, everybody. This is the Speaking Deacon David Lawson. There's another episode of the Speaking Deacon Show. So this is going to be a little thing called my take on what wake is and isn't. So we're going to get into a short version of it, and you'll see this up on the screen, hopefully. Um, Wake Forest is and isn't. You know, some things and a lot of things, and it consists of a lot of things that Wake Forest have done over the years. So I'm going to go over a little bit of what Wake Forest is and isn't. And you can read along with me a little bit on this. So what Wake Forest is is competitive. Wake Forest Demon Deacons have shown consistent competitiveness in the ACC and often challenging top teams and making bowl game appearances. They went to 7 straight bowl games under Coach Dave Clawson, and so they missed last year. There was 4-8, you know, so they had a bad year. And everybody is, a lot of the media is down on them, and now they're underdogs. They don't trust what they're going to do, but they'll trust other teams. But Wake Forest is always a little Wake Forest. They don't get a lot of respect like Rodney Dangerfield. But number two, while Wake Forest is well coached. Under the leadership of head coach Dave Clawson, the team has developed a strong coaching philosophy and strategy. Dave Clawson has done his best since he's been there to make sure this team has developed every single year and gotten stronger in their coaching knowledge and philosophy and strategy each and every year, each and every game. And I think they've done a tremendous job. But like I said, a lot of the media, they don't give them a lot of pat on the back. They like to shove them in the ditch. Now, I won't name any of the medias. I'll just go and say you know who they are. But also, Wake Forest football is resilient. The team has demonstrated resilience. They've been patient. They've been, uh, they've learned a lot. And when they've had bad years or bad times during games, they've bounced back from tough losses and showing improvement each and every season. And I think the fans sometimes, when they have a bad game or a bad year, sometimes they're, down, and then they should be. They should be down. They shouldn't. They should show their feelings, and I believe that's exactly what Dave Clawson likes about the fans here at Wake Forest because they show their true feelings. They don't fake it. When they're mad, they're mad. When they're when they don't like it, they tell Dave Clawson, hey, get it together. And Dave Clawson takes the blame for everything. He takes the responsibility for making sure his coaches and his team is together. But it's a team thing. It's not just one man. It takes the whole team. It takes more than, and it takes fans too. We need the fans. We need the fans to come out. So this is the next one. Number 4, community oriented. Wake Forest football is deeply connected to its community. They got Digtown. They got traditions that they still hang on to. They got the Deacon Walk still. They haven't done away with it. They engage, and with the fans, um, they don't have open practice like they used to years ago, but they still engage. And and sometimes you can go out to the scrimmages, sometimes you can't. But they have The spring game where you can go out there and meet the players and you can see the team during the spring, see what they're like, see the players, talk to them. So they got all sorts of community stuff going on. But Wake Forest is deeply connected to its community and its strong fan support and engagement because the fans come out, and they'll be out uh, a Saturday. I mean, this Thursday. It'll be mostly Saturday, but this Thursday coming up when Wake takes on North Carolina A&T, we expect a sellout crowd, and so get your tickets early because it'll be there. So community oriented. Wake Forest football is deeply connected to its community with strong fan support and engagement. So those are the what Wake Forest is. Now now let's go to what Wake Forest is not. And we all know Wake Forest is not a dominant powerhouse. That's number one. And while competitive, Wake Forest isn't typically considered a dominant powerhouse like some of the perennial top ranked teams, but they're still a strong team that can beat anybody on any given day. And they're working to be the strongest team they can be. But Dave Clawson and them will always tell you, and every coach said Wake Forest is never going to be an Alabama or a team uh, uh, that's dominant. Never going to be that. Never going to win the recruiting battles. Never that they when they get 5-star players, 4-star players on a regular basis. They'll never be that. But there'll be a team that'll go to bowl games and that'll win you know games. Maybe like they did in 2021, 11 games, maybe 12 games. Maybe they can win 12 games. Who knows what Wake Forest could do? But also number two, what Wake Forest isn't is inconsistent. The team has shown a level of consistency in recent years, avoiding the pitfalls of frequent coaching changes of drastic performance swings. So they've been so they're not inconsistent when it comes to bringing in coaches. Because normally when a coach comes to Wake Forest, they stay for a long period of time, at least 6 years. And Dave Clawson, this is Dave Clawson, head coach Dave Clawson. He's in his 11th season, and 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 uh, and hopefully he'll be there. I mean, he likes it at Wake Forest. The family likes it. All the coaches at Wake Forest likes it. Players love players love Dave Clawson. That's why they love to come. You have some good players that'll decommit, but they have a lot of good players who will. So we get a lot of 3-star players. Wake Forest does. Wake Forest gets a lot of 3-star players. Sometimes they get 4-star players, and they develop them over time. And over time, whenever they develop and get, but Dave Clawson's going to start playing these younger ones too. Now he's not going to do a lot more red shirted, but because he wants to see his players play, and those that really need development need to stay out, and maybe can't stay out, like Jeremy Helinski. They like to keep him out because he's a really good player for the 2025 season. So they got Hank Bockemeyer and they got Michael Kearns who are in the 6th year. Hank Bockemeyer transfer from Boise State and Louisiana Tech. I mean, we should see a good quarterbacks this year, and you might even see Jeremy Helinski play a little bit this year. You never know. I mean, I've heard Dave Clawson say that. But anyway, they've been they have been inconsistent as a team of level of consistency in the recent years, avoiding the pitfalls. And they've avoided drastic performance swings, and they've stayed at a level that they're continuing, to climb the ladder and improve day by day. Sometimes they might have uh, taken a step backwards sometimes, but they'll always move forward. And so number three, we come to the last one, underfunded. Wake Forest has invested in its football program with facilities and resources that support player development and team success. So they've been underfunded. So most of these funds have come from alumni and people that have come to Wake Forest and people that have give. So money isn't given to them like other programs, and so they're kind of underfunded, and so they got to uh, uh, build these facilities a lot with their own funding and with people who give them stuff. So that's what makes Wake Forest special. Wake Forest is special as that, no matter whether it's football or whether it's basketball or whatever sports you're into. Uh, Wake is one of the uh, uh, football university and colleges that does a lot of things on their own, and it's funded by outside help, not by other things. And so now, and when it with enroll the quad, will they pay the players, to come to Wake Forest like the NIL? They have to have that, and so they're funded by roll the quad, and that's why it's important that you get out there and help and support the roll the quad. And so this is my take on Wake Forest is what Wake Forest football isn't and what Wake Forest football is and isn't. So thank you for joining me on my take on what Wake is and isn't. This is my version of it. Other people got their version of what Wake Forest is and isn't, but this is my version, and I'll make come from here from time to time and let you know my take on what Wake, whatever my subject is. So y'all have a great day and enjoy next week's football game coming up this Thursday at 7 o'clock. Don't forget to tune in to the voice of the Deacon Stan Cotton and Larry Sorson. They'll be on the radio at 6 o'clock Thursday night, and they'll cover all kinds of stuff. And from Dave Clawson interviewing John Curry, the athletic director, players he'll be interviewing. You'll have Dave going down on the field. He'll be giving you his spots on what's going on down there. So please tune in. It'll be on TV, but it'll be on the ACC Network Extra. If you get that, cool. But listen to it on the Wake Forest Radio, 98.1 FM. You can get it on the Varsity Game app. I mean, just whatever way you can listen to it. If you go to the game, we'd love for you to go to the game. Go to the game and watch it. Believe me, if you get in, the tickets are cheap, real cheap. It's $9. Um, but anyway, y'all have a great weekend. And I may have another of my take before then, but if I don't see you, till next time, God bless you. I'm David Lawson with the Speakin Deacon Show on my take on what Wake is and isn't on this episode. So I guess this is kind of episode 4, right? See you later. Bye bye.